Okay, another video. I'm still a bit apprehensive to make these videos, so I tried relaxing before this one. Anyway, I'm making this video because lately I've had this idea come into my mind. I guess maybe it was a download or something like that. But the idea was like for me to talk to like my either like my angels or my spirit guides, or just like just basically talk and to talk about like all the thoughts that I have in that day. The thoughts that just pop up, and there are the kind of thoughts that are just random, and then there are some that are there that don't really seem to go away. They keep popping up. You know what I'm talking about. Those are usually the shadow thoughts, or you might have memories of something you just want to forget, but you keep remembering them when you're not even trying to. Oh yeah, I remember those. So then I took time to do that. I was just like regular talking, you know, and it's actually pretty good. It's pretty liberating afterwards, because I had found that a lot of these thoughts that kept popping up were things that I didn't really like talking about, or things that I never spoke about, and usually before then, whenever I had these thoughts, I would just feel the emotion they would provoke in me, and then the more I would try to like actively forget about it, the more it kept coming up, and then eventually it would go away, but it's gonna come back. And after doing this for a while, I think that that talking about our thoughts that way is actually it actually helps process them, and you just feel a lot better that you talked about it, you know. I guess there's just an energy there that just needs to be processed, or so to become something that's not like heavy on you, or something that, you know, these thoughts that come up are very subconscious, but it also takes effort to write down, you know, these kinds of thoughts, or remember them, because we don't remember our thoughts. You know, we just kind of like, we just have thoughts, but we don't really think about them, you know. But I gotten better at that, and I think I think it's something that everyone else should try doing. It's pretty cool, because then once you write down all these thoughts, and you have so many thoughts, and like new ones keep popping up, you know, but it's like they don't even show up until after you get rid of the ones on the surface. And it's really interesting to see like where your mind goes and where your thoughts go, especially if you were to write them down and keep a log of them. You can look back and see the kind of things you were thinking about in your life, and you can also see like how much you've grown, and how much just like talking about it just kind of helps. So yeah, I think when I apply like these thoughts to like shadow work, like if they're thoughts of me being afraid or scared, or things, you know, it helps me, lets me like calm down, you know. And it just you know, it's just more strengthening for me. So like whenever these thoughts of like insecurity or or things that I worry about, or things that I fear, or things that I'm uncomfortable with. Whenever those thoughts come up, when I process them with, I guess you could say like shadow work thinking, and if they ever come back again, I've already processed that, and whenever that thought comes up again, I could just tell myself what I already told myself when I processed it, when I took the time to talk, like to angels or spirit guides. And it's not so much like it's not like you have to like try so hard to like meditate or something. It's, you don't really need to meditate, and even though like you may not like see your guides or anything, it still doesn't mean that they're not listening, or the angels are not listening, or things like that. So it's just a good idea. And it's even more interesting how when you're talking and you're processing them, you kind of get, I think you can kind of get downloads sometimes that way, where it just seems like an answer just comes up, and it's something that will like help you, and it's pretty cool. Yeah. And I think that's all I'm gonna have to say.